This tutorial is building upon the previous tutorial posted on how to build a module for Joomla 1.7, but this time I'm going to show you how to display information from the database through the module, where in the other tutorial it was simply using the echo function to display static text. We're going to be editing the mod_test module PHP file in the module folder. If you would like to follow along, you'll need to install the module that was posted in the description of the previous tutorial video on creating a basic Joomla 1.7 module, and then replace the mod_test module PHP file with the one you can download through the link in the description below. In the new PHP file at the top, you'll see the opening PHP tag followed by the JExec or die. This ensures that the file cannot be accessed directly and it can only be accessed through Joomla. Next, we are calling the jfactory getDBO function. This function allows us to connect to the database that Joomla is currently connected to. Now we can build the SQL statement to gather the information from the database. In this case, I will be getting the hotel name and price per night columns from the hotel listing table in the database. After we get the data, we have the setQuery function that automatically replaces the ___ with the table prefix that is set in the Joomla configuration, which is by default JOS_. Finally, we can call the loadObjectList function, which takes the query and runs it, loading the data into an array that has all the information in rows. So now that we have our data loaded, we can cycle over the rows using the for-each statement, which simply builds an unordered list, and we are displaying the hotel name and cost per night for each hotel listing in that database. Right now, if we look at the output, it is just a basic table, but if we add some basic CSS, we can get a more aesthetically pleasing output. So right here, I'm just going to add some classes for these, just to give it a better look on the output. So I already set the CSS in the template CSS file for Joomla, so now after setting the classes within the module PHP file, we can go back and see that the output is going to be a lot nicer than just if it was just tables. So this is the output that you're going to get now. If we were to just leave it as tables, it would have just been really basic tables. And if you don't want to output it as tables, you also have the option to output it as a list or any other way you want to do it. The purpose of this tutorial was to show you how to gather information from the database and display it through the module. This can be very useful when you're working with a Joomla component and would like to pull information from the component and display it through the module. If you have any questions, you can leave a comment below.